Welcome back to the Daily High, everybody. Happy Friday, Friday night in Australia, Friday morning in the in America. How you going, Tone?
Good, good. Bringing you a show a little bit early. I need to catch a flight down south. I'll be back in Panama shortly. Got a little stop to make, and then yeah, back to where it's nice and warm.
Mm. Well, it's been warm here in Australia, but we're heading into that best time of the year. But look, let's go into the charts because we had the monthly close this morning. I'll start off because I was really hoping that we would get a new all-time high monthly close, and I'll just minimize you for a second here. I'll go to the monthly time frame. Unfortunately, like today's show, I don't know exactly what we're going to talk about, but this is the monthly
Oh,
close. Yeah,
we just missed
right.
it.
Yeah. It's. I'll have to
Check,
zoom
check,
way in.
check Australian dollars. You'll feel better.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was like $122 or something to that effect off. And the more you zoom out, the more it looks like it was spot on. Either way, right? I mean, this doesn't signify a bear market that we missed the all-time high close. It is fantastic. And forget this is obviously a data error right here. That's a green candle right up. So for today. So we're back above 62. That's a great monthly close. There's nothing else to say. There's on the monthly time frame, we look fantastic. Let's go down time just a little bit. Daily time frame. We had a really healthy pullback off that. And I see this. I think today is actually going to be a really good day for Bitcoin. And
Whoa,
the only
that's your first red diamond on a daily time frame. That's interesting. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I think that's that. Yeah, I've still got those reverse diamonds on as well, which I like to use on for the red diamonds. That's just
Yeah,
the
you should.
first.
Yeah, next time you do an update for the indicator, you should separate them. You know, like let a person choose reverse or regular for up or down. Well, like so this way you can make it reverse on the upside, normal on the downside for yourself.
It's actually not bad, but I mean, that's a really good suggestion. But I mean, it's actually really easy just to click one button like that. You know, it's like not. You know, when you spend a lot of time in front of the computers, it's not that hard to do, right?
You're
And
showing your
it makes
age.
it.
You're showing your age there, clicking an extra button.
Yeah. All right. But either way, I really like where we are. I like that I saw it's funny that my analysis now has become like watching memes and stuff, which I'm really enjoying these days. I saw somebody do a really good meme. They're standing on like an oil dock, you know, like where you know where they get the oil out of the ocean, and he threw something off the dock, and all the fish, thousands of fish, just come swarming in, and he said Bitcoin sellers right now. It's based, you know, their Bitcoin's getting bought up like that all
Yeah.
over the place, and that's how you get massive parabolic moves off that 12-hour time frame. We had a MRI top, and the oh well, we came close to an MRI warning here on the 12-hour. I think that correction could be over. Do you know, even though that we have the start of the red one right now, one, two, three, four. If we get above 62,484. That'll go to continue the count there on the MRI. So I don't mind that at all. We're above every moving average. There's nothing for me to chart here. There's nothing for me to chart. I'm really excited about the 4-hour time frame. I think that looks the most promising of all the time frames. Now, if you're trying to look for a re-entry here, you can. I'll leave this because it's MRI related, and I'd welcome you to go back into it. We might be, you know, there's a possibility that we form like a new range like this, but as Tony and I mentioned about 2 days ago, we don't think it's just going to get stuck in a range where it does that high low sort of thing. I um I think that we have a really good chance of kicking on
That's a
from this
perfect
point.
1 to 4 candle pullback off the MRI. Like I
It
always
it
say,
it,
is the
it
highest
really is.
probability event.
Yeah, it really is. And even though like even now looks really strong, it's going to look a hell of a lot stronger when we start to get above,
Oh yeah.
well, let's call it 63. That's when you get the
I mean,
next leg.
I would like for it to consolidate a little bit. I would love to see an ascending triangle form there, just because like your cursor is on the next moving average and it's so far away. I would like for that
Mm,
to be halfway closer. So if we do go
mm,
back to the swing high and then pull back to current price, and then go back up to the swing high and then break out, that forms an ascending triangle at the top, and that becomes perfect.
Yeah, I mean that's what you'll see on the 1 hour time frame is sort of happening now. I'm assuming just by looking at the 4 hour time frame. But this has been what's been happening, and so like now we're very very short into this. We'll call it a consolidation, if you could even bother calling it that. This is a consolidation that lasted a couple of weeks here, but this has been it's been this the whole way. It's been turtles all the way down here with these consolidations and moved up. This has sort of been the mark of this last cycle of shoot up, consolidate. I was going to say meander, but I'll get torn apart in the comments section for that. And then just do it again. And but I actually don't see it happening this time that we'll do that for a week, 7 days. The Selgin sort of top and then bang off again. I just think that it'll just run away once again. I was a little disappointed on the 15-minute time frame for my other indicator here. Unfortunately, we didn't get below this line here. So the whole thing hasn't reset. So we would be theoretically out of the trade that we entered way back any one of these here. So that was, 100, and when that crashed probably here, it would have taken us out about here. So that was 150%, 160%, depending on which one of those ones you took. But it needs to reset. So every time it has to go below this pink line here to have a reset.
So you're out of that trade, and if it doesn't go below, you're not going to be in the new trade.
Right. But
so
I mean,
when you say go below, does it have to close below, or it just has to touch below?
It just has to go below at any point. And look how far off we were. Yeah. So that sucks because I mean we'd be getting another signal probably soon. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, but if we consolidate another, if we consolidate through the weekend, that'll reset.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's like, I mean, look, we went up how many $1,000 and look how tight it is, so it's a 15-minute time frame. It very, very near to the price. It just, the blow off top pushed it up a bit higher here. And yeah, but I mean, that doesn't mean anything for analysis. It's just a personal thing that I would have loved to have got another one in there. But I mean, that's it for me, man. That's everything looks really good. And the 1 hour time frame is the only thing that might be having a more of a defined nothing. Spotty. Let's have a look when the indicators
this looks
load
very
here.
bullish to me.
Yeah, that doesn't look like any
MRI
kind
top
of
coming up. MRI top coming up. Top of the hour. We'll have the MRI top on the hourly, but it's already consolidating, right? So it's I'm still bullish here.
Yeah, I'll hand it over to you because
I'm not gonna have much.
I'm very interested to see what you have to say. Yeah,
not gonna be a lot.
No, isn't that funny that in times like this, there's actually not much to talk about. You just sit back and relax.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through the same charts. Here's the 1 hour. To me, this is very, very bullish. Even though we are gonna come up on a 1 hour MRI top, not a big deal. The 4 hour should give you an MRI top this weekend. Probably by end of the day tomorrow. We reset. We got a 1 to 4 candle correction, reset the count after a second consecutive 4 hour MRI top. This was a beautiful, I mean, if you go back in hindsight, what a beautiful breakout this was on a green star candle. And we called this one perfectly here on the channel. These were, I gotta go to lower level time frames, maybe 10 minutes. I have no idea how I was doing over there. I want to just get rid of those lines. This was me live streaming. Now, this was me expecting more upside. The moment we were to break this initial top after the front crash. So this was my green arrow. Hey, once we break this, and then we ended up with an MRI resistance line right there after making a few lower lows. And when it came time to breaking that resistance line, right? Now it became, at first, it was just like if I make this green line perfect, this is actually interesting. If I make this green line perfect, right, the green line shows up. I might not have drawn it off of that low, but either way, right, the first barrier for a breakout first shows up here. Then it becomes a double top. So now this line becomes twice as important to break before breaking out. Then that same exact line literally becomes the MRI resistance line. Then it becomes a triple top. And then it breaks it on a green star candle, pretty much, right? So
Yeah.
by the time you actually break this line, you're not just breaking one level of resistance. You're breaking 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get a signal on with a green star. So this becomes significantly more powerful break than had it done it back here a day earlier. So that's really interesting how the same line just becomes a more promising and more, I guess, confident that once it's broken, it's going to go for a nice trade, and it went right into another MRI top. Now, this is using just a 10-minute chart, actually, so it's not days later. It's like later on in the same day because these are just 10-minute candles. But that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. And for those of you who are watching who are not interested in the 10-minute time frame, I get it. Tony and I don't trade the 10-minute time frame really either. But it's the same principle.
Right.
You could, it's all scalable. This is if you were looking at a daily chart right now, forget the time frame. That's the same point.
Right. So the exact word you're looking to describe this is a fractal. So these are fractals. The word fractal is a fairly new term. It was invented by Benoit Mandelbrot, who's a mathematician, and I think he invented it like the 60s or 70s. And it didn't have all that much to do with trading. He did get into trading later. One of my master's thesis actually, I kind of wrote two. One of my master's thesis was about fractal markets, fractal geometry in trading markets. That was part of my master's degree in financial engineering.
Do you
I
still
gotta
have that?
find it though. I have no idea where
Yeah,
it is. I'm sure.
yeah.
I mean, back then it was on like thumb drives. You know, I
Yeah,
should have it
yeah.
somewhere though. It was printed
Flop,
out. I have no idea what
floppy
happened to it.
disk, maybe floppy
Yeah.
disk, or you
Yeah, I'm
burnt
like
it to a
Craig
stick.
Wright. The university is holding my thesis that Satoshi plagiarized.
And you
Um,
know what? Even that line, even there, if you extended it further, it sort of became support when it came back down. I know that it sort of went through it, but it's sort of
oh
in the
yeah,
realm of support as you go through.
it is. It was again. And where are we now? Oh, see, that's another beautiful, like again, this whole fractal. So I would love to see this on. Look, every indicator has its, off elements. Like here is a good red star candle, but here is a rough red star candle. It's coming in with a green diamond. So this is where a Matt's indicator and my indicator would be diverging. Uh, he would be going long off the green diamond. I would be going short off the red star, and alpha numerics wins. But over here, you get a green diamond, but I get the red star. So here the MRI wins, right? So you're gonna get these that you have to take your stop losses. But this is a
Well,
beautiful MRI top right at moving average resistance. So that's so these are the kinds of opportunities I look for on regardless of the time frame that I happen to be trading at the time. And also holding MRI support, like right there.
well, look,
Yeah, it's really
we're
cool.
look at it right now. Are we going to break this fractal now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm I
How
want
many
to say
touches is that?
I'm double bullish, but uh I'm not double bullish because we had some red stars in between. Oh, this is very bullish on a 10-minute chart. Remember, everything changes, and if I extend this line left, you see right there, bam, resistance, you came back, you're now consolidating, like as a base case, that is about 1400. There you go. So I'm looking
Yeah.
at this, but hey, market's gonna open. It is Friday. Stock market is a new month. So on my channel, next time I do a stream, I gotta take a look at the government budget. That gets released on the last day of the month. Okay, let's go up to timeframes real quick. The 4-day, still 100% allocated to Bitcoin in the retirement account. Nothing's changed. We're back over that 60,000 mark for the highest third highest weekly close. So that's still good, even though the monthly did not give us a new monthly close. That's okay. There's always another month, and we'll get there. Keeping an eye on the S&P. The S&P rallied yesterday. It didn't rally all the stocks. Tesla didn't do well, and Bitfarms and Bitcoin mining stocks did not do well. One of the miners reported bad earnings, and they all took a little bit of a hit. I glanced at some of the shitcoins the other day as part of like, it's just another show I was on. Man, when Bitcoin pumped, all the shitcoins took a massive hit. And Monero is still going down. Litecoin, it rallied a little bit in the last 2 days, but when Bitcoin pumped 2 days ago, it made a new all-time low, which is impressive. I mean, it's really hard to make an all-time low in any market, traditional or crypto. But Litecoin did. Made a new all-time low just last week, actually. And it's now rallying back up. Last month, right? Not last week, like 2 days ago, because this is a new monthly candle. It's coming up on a monthly MRI buy, so maybe it'll rally a bit. Who knows? All right, enough shitcoining. Oh, well, maybe one more. Solana. Solana is hanging in there on a monthly, but it's also taking a beating on the weekly. Broke the first level of support, and they're all gonna fall like dominoes. All right. I don't have much else to
Can you just
talk
go to
about
the
other
can you go to
than
the weekly? Can you go to the weekly for a second? I just want to see how far we have to go to get an all-time weekly high close.
not
I can see
far.
it there. Yeah, right. So let's do it.
65 and a half.
Let's do a measured move. 65 and a half. 65
It's like
and a half.
$3,000. That's like
Yeah.
2%.
Yeah. Let's get that. Let's get that. Everybody, we're passing a hat around, and everyone's throwing what you can give, what you've got spare to give, and let's get it above it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's possible we close Sunday night at a new all-time high. I think it's unlikely. I mean, Bitcoin doesn't really pump over the weekend. It tends to now be more in line with the ETFs. There is one more thing I might show right now. Let me get a screen share. Matt was talking about his memes that he's looking at. One meme came across my channels, and I thought it was completely hilarious. So I'm just gonna pull up one meme, and let me go back to screen share. Hey guys, I might be sticking a sold out logo over here. Two have already been fully committed, and I was messaging with a few former attendees, and they're like, "Oh shit!" and they're verbally committing to the other two. So the financial summit is starting to sell, and it's still a year away. I don't want to put the dates up until later this month, but it's in March of next year. I just don't want to confuse people. So here's a meme that I like that came up across my radar with the price of Bitcoin.
Yeah, I saw this too. I saw this too. I saw this too, and I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that too. Trust me.
All right. Okay. I need to get packing. I need to
All right.
fly out. I don't know if I happen to get to the airport early, which is unlikely these days. I'll stream from the airport like I used to do. But otherwise, I'll probably do a stream on my channel this weekend. I do it like once a week now. And yeah, anything else, Matt?
No, mate, but let me know. I'm my weekend's pretty free. If you do feel if the price really moves, I might be available to jump on with you anytime this weekend.
Sure. Though I will say I'm not expecting the price to move this weekend. I'm expecting it to consolidate through the weekend and then move early next week.
Oh, don't be like that, Tone. We're cracking on here. We're cracking on. Look at the voice. Everyone's there.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be in those. You should be in there somewhere.
Oh, I'm in a couple of videos, I'm sure. Some of them. There I am. Yep, there you are, down the bottom.
Yeah, there's Chris Dunn.
Chris
I think
Dunn.
that was you.
Yeah.
I think that was you on the floor.
Yeah.
They're fun times.
Yeah,
All right,
awesome.
guys.
Awesome.
Let us know.
Guys, please visit tonebase.com, alphanumerics.com. Like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Please use our affiliate links if you want to trade. There's some great promotions coming as well. We've got, when Black Box finally launches, we've got some great promotions coming. I know I'm going to get smashed for saying that, but I talked to my developer today. 2 weeks. 2 weeks we're on 2-bit. Can't wait. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope Bitcoin pumps, and I hope we get a new weekly all-time close. Let's go.
Later, guys. See you next week.